Welcome back to the ECS Season 7 Finals. Well, before the break, we saw Vitality take the first map of that best-of-3 series, and what a map it was, guys. It went all the way, even into overtime.
Back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. I think NRG were the best playing team coming into the game. They put on a pretty good performance in the first half. I think Vitality, they got a little bit lucky fighting their way back in it. The only reason they were still in the game after the first half was because of ZywOo. He had an amazing round with the 5k ace, where he picked up an AK and just dismantled the entire NRG team. Without him in that first half, Vitality would probably have lost the game by then. They were able to fight back though, and NRG must feel pretty sad about letting this one go out of their hands.
Yeah, it really felt like this was the one that got away. And I mean, once we got further into the game, especially onto that second half, we saw, you know, the home temp hero Alex really getting into his own. He pretty much kept, you know, going toe-to-toe with ZywOo in terms of frags, which is a really impressive feat in itself. And yeah, it was just individual performances towards the end that actually brought it around for Vitality, because even in the second half, you had multiple opportunities for NRG to actually close this out. We have a 2v4 situation that they ended up losing that, you know, on any given day they probably should be winning. You know, that kind of stuff that really just comes back to haunt you towards the end of it. So NRG probably not feeling too happy about how that panned out, but we have to consider this was Vitality's map pick.
Yes, yeah, of course. And I mean, just highlighting Breeze on the scoreboard there.
Yeah,
looking absolutely
insane.
Phenomenal. On round 26 had that incredible 4K where he just absolutely sprayed down Vitality. It must be heartbreaking for him after putting in so much work into that map.
I think it's heartbreaking for the entirety of the NRG team. As Halvor said, they had so many chances to win that game. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Vitality won 4 or 5 clutches in a row on that second half, where it could have gone both ways. It was a 2 versus 2, it was a 4 versus 2, it was a 3 versus 3. NRG had plenty of chances to take this game and actually secured it in the back. And as you said, it was Vitality picking an overpass, but we couldn't really see that in the game. I feel both teams played somewhat decent, and I think when it got into the later stages of the game, it was a brawl, it was a fight, and in the end, Vitality were the stronger team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as we were discussing, the old NRG pre-Tarek, this used to be their map, right?
Yep.
I mean, were we surprised at all to see this coming out in the pick for Vitality?
I mean, I was a little bit taken by surprise. I thought they would have stood, I guess, had a bigger of an advantage if they went into a map like Nuke, for instance.
Sure.
But then again, they might have felt like playing Nuke so much that they have, you know, the last couple of weeks, that they have some very clear issues with the map in terms of how their T-sides get locked down by aggressive play, that kind of thing. That's something they've alluded to, you know, in their post-game interviews leading up to this finals. So. Or semifinals. So that might be why they, you know, shy away from it. And I mean, when they come away with a victory on Overpass as well, you can't really fault them for their pick. But yeah, that could have very easily swung into NRG's favor.
Well, I mean, we saw some incredibly close rounds. Obviously, it's one of those screens ZywOo looking like giving an absolute masterclass. Really, he was looking absolutely phenomenal. We can see the emotion coming out in this team, which, especially from Alex, man, he's got his England flag on the back of his chair. He looked absolutely pumped when he got that win.
And he's giving us a show. Alex is the guy that is a little bit underrated maybe from this Vitality lineup. We often talk about MBK, we talk about ZywOo, we talk about Apex, but the guy who's been playing, I would say, the second best for Vitality as of late has been Alex. And today again in this semi-final, he's showing up, he's playing solid, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, he also gets angry or happy when it doesn't go for him, but he's a player that you can get behind, right? He's emotional, he seems to be a fun guy to be around, and the way and the type of Counter-Strike that he's playing right now is fundamentally sound, and I think that's a word you can probably put on Vitality, you know, and that's not typically Frenziers, so that's some credit to be given there as well. The fact that the Frenzies right now are playing some fundamental solid Counter-Strike that allows ZywOo to be the star player, that allows Apex to do some weird stuff once in a while and get away with it.
Yeah, you can very clearly see, I guess, the essence of LDLC that Alex has brought with him into, you know, the old guard of French Counter-Strike, because one of the reasons why we saw them fall off from 2015 and beyond is the fact that they kind of refused to revitalize themselves. They refused to play anything outside of that crazy force spying, you know, running with pistols kind of a type of game until now. And now they're finally, you know, reaping the rewards of that, luckily. And I think Alex has a ton of credit to, you know, he deserves a ton of credit for that.
Now, we've got a lot of rounds that we could be breaking down from that map, but you've managed to whittle it down to a few. Halvor, do you want to give us an idea of what they contain? Yeah,
we can do a quick rundown. So we've got 3 rounds for the people at home, and they're predominantly going to be focused around Vitality. And it's going to be good and bad, and we're going to be starting it off with a bit of a, you know, nice treat from ZywOo. And he was really the catalyst for this Vitality squad. So that's kind of, I feel that's fair. And this is going to be the ace that he started off Vitality with in that second half. Starts off with the initial kill over towards Long, and somehow, as the sole defender on that A-bomb side, manages to mop up 4 NRG players. Again, the quick swap over to the AK, just so crisp, just knowing how long it's going to take from time in terms of, you know, having the weapon switch animation, all of that to go through before he goes into the peak. Just excellent play from start to finish.
Unbelievable.
And this is exactly what I talked about coming into it, right? Cyber playing some fundamental solid Counter-Strike, always being good for those plays. The second clip here is the 4 versus 2 situation we had, where again, you'd say NRG, they're leading 11-8, they're in a 4 versus 2 situation, but Vitality, time and time again, they were able to find solutions, they were able to step up when needed. Apex in this scenario getting a nice 2K on short and making sure that they could win this round. And that's why I feel Vitality is, I wouldn't say lucky, because it takes skill, you know, to win that many clutches in a row, but NRG must feel a little bit let down, you know. They must feel gutted, because they should win this one. You don't lose 6 clutches in a row if you're not making mistakes, so NRG did.
No, exactly. And we have one more demo that we're going to be breaking down here. How about?
Yeah, and it's a very quick one. And it kind of goes more into what Jacob was saying about the fact that, yeah, you know, you might think that Vitality have been a little bit lucky, but again, it's not like they didn't make mistakes either. And one of them that is going to be over towards the B bomb site, where we see RPK is going to move in with the MAC 10 versus the Nico round. It's going to clear out positions. He's actually going to, well, not fully clear out the smoked off barrels, and that's actually going to lead Apex, well, to kind of just run past everything. That allows for Breezy to find 2 opening kills, which again becomes a nightmare of a situation for Vitality. These are the rounds where you're meant to build your economy, you're meant to get an easy start to your second half. Instead, it becomes a full-out brawl. Luckily, they do manage to salvage it towards the end of it, but it's those kind of mistakes, those kind of slip-ups that can very easily cost you. And we did see later on in round 25 that NRG actually brought it back with a pistol force buy. You know, that was Ethan, Tarek pushing in towards water. They had 1 player pinching in from underpass. All of a sudden, 3 players on the side of Vitality dead. NRG bringing around back. You know, so still mistakes. So it's not just all luck. They did have their fair share of hiccups as well. So, you know, even though it gets close, even though it goes to overtime on the Vitality's map pick, it is still a deserved victory.
Yeah, well, you highlighted it earlier, Pim. You said it was incredibly back and forth, and it was. It really went down to the wire. But, of course, we are going to be heading into our second map. But very soon, it's NRG's map pick, Mirage, and we're going to be heading into that after this break. Don't go anywhere. Introducing the ECS Premium Pass. The unique viewing experience allows you to get further into the action. It enables you to focus on any player within the game and even the ECS official observer. Subscribers will have access to interactive HUD, detailed statistics on all players and an improved minimap, and much more. All Faceit TV Twitch subscribers will receive full access to 11 additional streams for the ultimate CS viewing experience. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now for only $4.99 and watch CS the way you want to.
would you rather stay? I watch you be and slowly walk away.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The second map, Mirage, is coming up next. And if the first is anything to go by, Anders, this is going to be an absolute banger.
They barely won their own map in overtime,
Right.
Henry. And now it's time for NRG. Their map pick Mirage coming up.
It felt like it was almost robbed from them in the first map, right?
Yeah.
They had the lead and then so many insane clutches coming through, most notably ZywOo, that 1 versus 3, HE
Yeah.
towards shore. He really did some serious work there. It was a very exciting game. And here we go. Let's make some noise. Vitality versus NRG. Second map. NRG will be starting on the CT side as we go for a fast A approach here from Vitality. 3 towards a palace. They'll do 2 smokes, a couple of flashbangs out, and they are going to explode on towards that A site. It's Cirque and Dabs to defend. Cirque towards Shadow. Dabs keeping it at range. And here come the smokes. It's a fast commitment. They are all in.
And it's going to have to be explosive. They can't stand any long-range fights against these USP, so let's just see how this plays out. The first round of smokes are in. They still got another one and a Molotov as well. They're jumping right on top of Cirque. And it's Alex to open this map, taking him down. And now they should have a pretty clear shot at getting this bomb plant. They're pushing in even further towards the CT spawn as Tarek goes down. This is a great opening for Vitality and a great return now for NRG. RPK, can he do it? Can he stand his ground? They're right on top. And Breezy will take him down.
There we go. It's actually the USPs coming out on top. We talked about that range. It's now a 1 versus 1. Apex on Ethan. Lots of footsteps being made. Close range is going to be the Glock that takes it. Vitality with the A execution. They're focusing 3 players towards a palace. Alex leaps out, finds the mid-air headshot, and it will be a snowball effect. But NRG, a very decent attempt at the retake there. Unfortunately, couldn't win out in the 1 versus 1. Here's the initial kill. Like I said, straight up there in the air. Burst fire at close range. Shoves the barrel down his throat, and it's going to be ZywOo to find trade kills here. But Ethan did such a great job with that USP. It felt like it was enough, but not quite.
I'm wondering, depending on Cirque's resolution, if he could even see that jump. If it just barely, because it was so close to being out of screen, even on ours. And I'm wondering if he's playing in some sort of stretch version, if that would do something. Well, Breezy there with the USP, just going to be looking in. They really don't have anything. They're going to go for the full-on eco here. NRG. They're all here, so maybe it could work out. Did a little bit of damage to RPK. They're trying to see if they can make it onto the site for a quick bomb plant. Not bad for Cirque at all, but not sure they can get through the smoke, actually.
Well, they'll be stuck towards the steps for now. You can see them maybe focusing towards T-spawn to get some flanks in here. They've done well to get a single kill. Probably all they're going to find at this stage. Bomb's gone down. They've got no armor, no real firepower. It's Daps and Tarek to try and make anything of this round. As we'll see the 2-0 pretty much confirmed here. Tarek does make his way towards 8 steps, but as you can see, NBK ready and waiting. Takes a bullet to the face, but it's not quite enough. And there we go. It'll be 4 players surviving. NRG will be buying into this round. They can actually bring out an AWP as well if they really want to. Cirque has exactly enough for the AWP, and he's purchased it.
Well, is that map pick? I don't really mind that they saved for this round. I think that's a decent choice. Got to feel confident in the CT side, I'm assuming. And Cirque, wherever he goes with that orb, you probably want to be somewhere else.
He is very, very good at Mirage. He does fantastic work on this map. He goes towards the window to kick things off. And you can see they've kept 3 SMGs here on the Vitality side. There are 3 players without helmets. Cirque with no armor whatsoever, of course. So they can do some damage. This will be a massive victory if Vitality pull this round off. Not only be an eco for NRG, they could potentially going 4-0 off this round alone if they pull it off.
Look at the grenades on NRG.
Yeah, you're right. They've only got, what, 1 smoke now? That's been used. Oh, taking heavy damage from the HE. This is just a bit of a B fake by the looks of things. Trying to pull rotations over. You can see at the ramp, Alex is there with Khalil. They've got MBK towards Connector and ZywOo actually in the window here. This is going to be very difficult to hold off. Cirque, AWP, rotating back in, making noise, and Ethan is stuck towards Shadow. He'll be good for 1, but they know exactly where he is now.
Ethan in a lot of trouble, getting shot through the wall as well, and MBK will take him down. Cirque in position, and he's going to get that kill every single time. Daps could have lined that one up, but he's very low on health. And there is that Molotov. They already put down one. There's the follow-up. They've got a very good shot at doing this.
No kits here, Anders, and the AWP on the retake makes things a little bit more complicated as well. Up against 2 SMGs here. What's ZywOo up to?
Wow.
Is he going for the long con? Is he just getting the rifle? I guess what to say. He's going to have vision for the bomb from the short position. MBK sits on the site. If Daps goes down quickly, this could be an issue. There's the first kill. Cirque has got the rifle now, and he has no kit. Needs to find both of these kills very quickly. Not going to happen. And it's Vitality with 3 SMGs in the first gun round there. Just being very fast. And with the B fake back towards A. Decent attempt in the retake once again from NRG, but it's 3-0.
I think not only did he pick up the AUG, I think he picked up that flashbang out there. I don't think he had that before, and that was what set up the kill. So that would have been a huge find. Yeah, there it is in the HC. Daps can't see aim. He's low on health, but he also couldn't see anything.
Yeah, good point.
That's huge.
You can see how that armor, or lack thereof, from Cirque, he just goes down to 1 bullet from the MP7.
Yeah.
And they can hold on to that now. It's going to be a full eco. Like I said, if they win that particular round, 4-0 is pretty much confirmed. They can't even justify a partial buy here. There's a couple of upgraded pistols. CZ's Deagles, that's about as exciting as it gets. And already a map down here. This is their pick, and it's the Nightmare Star 4-0, pretty much confirmed with Cirque going down quickly. Tarek gets a frag, but it's very early days. Ethan,
wow.
Oh, that's a hell of a shot.
Timing couldn't really possibly have been better. Well, this is where you want, I think, the leadership of somebody like Daps to sort of keep the troops, feeling a little bit better. He's got a lot of experience, and some of these guys on this NRG team are really young, so want to make sure they don't get panicked at all. Like, just stick to the plan. There's a reason they picked this map, and you even mentioned, Henry, that Vitality picking this one over at the summit weren't looking, 100% on it.
Yeah, they actually misunderstood the veto process there and ended up playing a map they don't want to play. So if anything, it was a benefit to them, but that's certainly not the CZs. Oh, he has the AWP as well. If he hits that shot, it's round over, but still a fighting chance in the 3-on-2. Vitality will have to do everything they can here. RPK looking for any frag he can find towards short. Flashbang goes in towards Spawn. He's trying to claim map territory at this stage. He knows he has the advantage in terms of firepower. They haven't recovered any rifles at this stage. 1 Molotov, 1 HE, but not looking too comfortable. Vitality will have to fight for this one.
They will. RPK does have a Molotov, so if they clear out Alex, RPK could still do a lot just with that one grenade. There's obviously no smoke. Actually, Ethan has a Molotov as well. Is he going to throw it in the back corner? That would be huge right now. Thinking about it for a little bit. RPK down and out of Breezy with a beautiful shot, and Ethan with the follow-up, and they're right on that bomb. That is a huge round to win for NRG. Now, I said they, good to have Daps as a captain. I didn't really mean that double CC kill. I just meant morally, but that'll do.
It was a great effort, though. 2 kills. It's Daps to really steal things away. Ethan got the opener. That was beautiful. You can see them, actually. They were not necessarily ready for that. MBK had a nade in his hand while his AWPer checks it with his CZ. Like, that was just asking for trouble at that point. They certainly could have been a little bit more efficient. But it will be 3-1. NRG right back in this now. That was, or should have been, the 4-0 for Vitality. But great work from the North Americans. They'll have lots of cash now. AWP for Cirque. Same story for ZywOo.
Yeah, what a morality boost if you're on the NRG side. You're going to be very happy about that. Good starting here. MBK is going to go down. That was Daps pushing aggressively into the apartments. And Ethan, he was set up for it, but ZywOo is so quick. But they're pushing into a bomb site where they don't have apartments, and that's always a bit weird.
Well, Cirque is ready for them. You can see it's a bit of a compromised position, but Daps, you're right. The fact that he's in towards Palace, that's so strong, makes things so uncomfortable here. Cirque will miss a shot, bomb to be planted, no swing from the Palace just yet. He's going to bide his time and just suggest no one's in that spot. Tarek, though, he's found one. Alex is going down for sure. There it is, advantage towards NRG. This time they do have kits and flashbangs. No smoke, or indeed they do actually. Cirque's got it towards CD Spawn for the defuse. I feel like they've done enough here, but it's a 3-on-3.
Yeah, that's the smoke down. That's really huge. They kind of need to pick that up if they can. Breezy maybe could do it. Almost ticking quite far now. There's Daps has waited all round for that 1 kill. Now it's a 2-on-2. Breezy gonna pick up the 1, and RPK goes down. Excellent retake here. They have the kit as well, so they're gonna be able to make it. That was very scary there for a minute, but NRG gonna pick it up, and I think they're gonna be very happy about that.
Yeah, all of a sudden the wind taken out of the sails of Vitality there. 2 rounds in a row, it felt like they'd done enough. ZywOo, 3 kills on the AWP, bomb planted. But like I said, that presence towards Palace, Daps played that incredibly well. Sure, he only gets 1 kill in the round, but it's one of the most important. He had called for the flashbang from his teammate, a flash sandwich, he swings out, guaranteed frag. And at that point, too much pressure for them to hold on to. And this will have to be the eco for Vitality. Deagles across the board. Apex always spends a bit more. He'll get armor as well. See if they can find some impressive opening kills.
Big spender Apex.
Yeah, he always likes to invest because he had a slightly more money than his teammates, so it's absolutely fine. It hasn't cost him anything.
Well, he's leading the charge, although Alex goes down, and Apex hoping to find someone in that corner. I think it's a worthwhile gamble, but it did not pay out this time. RPK hiding inside of the smoke, really hoping to catch the timing against Ethan, and he's not going to be able to. NRG stabilizing the game. And NBK, he's about a sort of a gun barrel away from being spotted by Daps. And there it is, taken out. ZywOo alone. This kind of a round for NRG, especially considering a little bit of a shock start as Vitality, I think you're absolutely right. We're about to be 4-0. So bringing it back in, if they can win this round without losing anybody, that's really going to help them out. Economically, yes, but I think even just sort of mentally thinking about the game, that's going to bring them back on an even keel. Vitality, though. So many options on this map when you're on the T side. It's a really fun map to watch. Tarek going to get that last one. They survive with everybody.
Yeah, they didn't take any damage either. So it's going to be 3-3 NRG after winning pretty much the full eco. It's going to be them. Well, 3 in a row. Vitality will have cash now, but they've certainly lost that momentum they were building up. It was looking so fantastic for them. But they keep making those mistakes against the Pistols, and it's costing them a lot of rounds in this tournament. T-side, though, everything under control, at least for now. ZywOo with no helmets might be a bit of an issue.
Double AWP
Going on. It is the double AWP setup, Tarek and Cirque. As Breezy will go towards the underpass, he wants to go for the first pick here. It's always a difficult shot, and a flashbang, actually. Not sure where that came from. It looked like he was flashed to the top there, and doesn't get the frag, but substantial damage done towards Apex. ZywOo, he'll answer back there. That's a secondary what we just discussed. Tarek trying to challenge towards the B apartments.
That was the B defense, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're waiting, so they might not be able to exactly make something of it, but Cirque was all the way out at Catwalk, and that's not really, can't really call that B defense anymore, I think. But they got 2 in the middle, so even though they're a man down, they should have some kind of advanced warning. If Alex walks into this, even if Cirque misses the shot, Ethan's going to be spinning around and probably taking that kill pretty quickly, unless they get their flash in. Oh, timing here is absolutely everything right now. There's the flashbang. Ethan is down. And can they find Cirque? He can't really stick around for much longer. He's going to go down as well. Great opening for Apex. Huge double. And RPK with the follow-up. That was just immaculate timing for Vitality.
Absolutely true. Here's Breezy. Not really much he can do with this, I'm afraid. Vitality, really efficient take a middle there. That's quite a common setup when you have the player halfway at the middle ramp watching towards underpass. You have the AWP protecting top and middle, but you could see the use of utility there was just perfect for Vitality. They had no chance of defending. Bomb's going to go down courtesy of ZywOo, as Breezy will just have to save the AWP. This was quite the investment for them as he holds towards the B apartments right now. Doesn't look like there'll be much chance of Vitality finding him. No one near his position at this point. They'll take the lead after giving out 3 rounds. Vitality go up 4-3.
If they hadn't had that flawless round before, Henry, they would have been in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, well, that's it. They didn't even take any damage in that previous round, right? So cash still there for now, especially on Breezy. He'll still get money. He's currently set on 6K as well, so he might consider dropping. I'm sure he'll give the AWP over at least.
Yeah, should be throwing that on over to Cirque.
Absolutely. He's already set on 3 kills, 6 deaths, Cirque, that is. You're going to see him rack up a lot more than that, let me tell you. The Vitality on the T side, back to their winning ways. Will we go to another double AWP setup? Will Tarek want to do it again? It was ZywOo that took him down with a quick pick, and this was the flashbang that ruined everything for them in the middle. Ethan could do nothing about it. Nice shots from Apex. Really clean.
Yeah, I mean, you have a really hard choice to make for Ethan there, because you could say, well, why didn't you just turn around for it? But if they peek with the flashbang and you turn around, you're just absolutely dead. They throw it in the little corner as well, so they're not going to get flashed at all. It isn't like they're completely safe from being flashed.
It's a really nice flash.
Really well done. 8th round now coming up, and at the moment, Vitality off to actually a much better start than I was expecting. I would say, you know, if they get up to like 6-7 rounds in this first half here, I think they're going to be feeling great about themselves, so they're kind of close right now.
Well then, Orgs are out. M4 for Ethan. They are fully invested here. It's going to be Cirque with the AWP back towards middle. Speculative shot through the smoke. The incendiary to block the crossover towards the boxes there. ZywOo just sniffing out any sort of mid-presence from the CTs, but it's absolutely clear. Just had that orb towards window at the start. Cirque will reposition, realizing he can't do much of that position anymore. Breezy though, he wants to be active here. Gets himself in towards CPO. Up the ladder he goes. Very strong position. Incredibly difficult for Tees to flush that one out. Lots of time remaining. Mid-control belongs to Vitality. They'll smoke towards the window here. Can boost up into that if you want. That's the default these days, but they're going back towards B-Anders. This will be an execute of sorts. They only have the one smoke here, so where they put that is up to them. Potentially towards the kitchen if they want to. They can Molotov the van and flash over. They've got Alex and MBK. They're about to set up some sort of fake towards A, considering the bombs towards the B side of the map.
Oh, this could be the ultra fake.
So this Molotov, presumably,
Oh, no.
dear.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I think he wanted that to go towards the CD spawn on the bomb side.
I don't want any replays, Henry.
No replays of that?
No replays. This is such a good idea. I think it would have actually sold a lot if it had worked out. Tarek, it was... Oh, ZywOo.
He gets dinked and he still nails the shot. It's Breezy towards short though. So he can still do something with this. Apparently not. RPK, fantastic shot. Another dink exchanged.
That was the absolute alpha peak, wasn't it, from ZywOo? He's just, they're all
getting
down.
dinked. Look how, this is how crazy the aim is right
Yeah.
now. The Krieg has the one-tap potential. The Org doesn't at that range. You have to be incredibly close. You have to be basically next to them for a one-shot kill on the Org. But they hit the headshot at the same time.
Yep.
But it's just the Krieg that comes out on top.
This, by the way, what you're seeing on the health bar there, 5, 4, and 6, that is the reason why, even if you get like a small grenade, like 14 damage, it still matters. Like it'll even out that difference in the weapon so quickly.
That is a very good point, actually. Even like, as Jason would say, usually like the chip damage, right? It does have an effect, especially on the CT side of those Orgs. It means you actually can go toe-to-toe a little bit more if you've caught you got a decent grenade off. Henry G is still my dad. Well, I respect the sign. I've probably got a lot of children out there these days.
We knew there had to be some, Henry.
That's the thing. Like the numbers that are out there, like there's got to be some, you know? You never know, but respect to my children turning up today.
Yeah, it's good to have that support. I appreciate that. I feel like it would be a shame, Henry, if you left nothing in this world. It's important.
My legacy will live on.
A legacy will absolutely.
It's a timeout, and it's going to be called by Vitality. So there we go, 5-3. We will see now. Money in a compromised position. That was a really fantastic round. ZywOo hitting every single shot, but you cannot argue with the impeccable aim of NRG. Just hitting every bullet, the headshots delivering, and just unlucky that they are up against those Kriegs.
Yeah, it almost feels worse, doesn't it, though? When you see that spark flying off in the corner, you're like, well, I did everything I could, really. 5-3. 9th round rolling in here to the game. Going to be setting up that elusive, it's the top mid smoke. Fair enough. We always wonder, been a whole debate going on recently on social media about people throwing that mid smoke. Do they fail it intentionally? Do they just not know what they're doing? Kind of a difficult topic, in my opinion. Ethan holding close with the CZ 75. That could be very dangerous if they come through and don't check it. I still think he needs somebody else to do the work for him. I think he just tried to be flashed in, and they're going to hear that. He still does a pretty good job. That's not bad at all. And Breezy there to pick it up on Alex, looking a little bit better for the defense this time. And the bomb is stuck behind that Molotov. That's excellent job. This is looking good for NRG.
Yeah, really nice shot there. Daps is giving them a real fighting chance. They've got the 4-on-2 advantage with ZywOo. When he's alive, anything can and will happen. It's going to be the backstab from Tarek. Bit of a calling card of his. You'll always see him after that. He gets both kills, and it will be NRG with a compromised buy. They had CZs for masses there, but they managed to use him in a very effective manner. They've now got a double AWP setup. Ethan, close range, is that pistol again they're really struggling with in the close range position. As Daps, fantastic shot. Tarek couldn't have timed that better. Gets the bomb down in a really difficult spot to recover.
You could see how much those two ramp players were peeking him from Vitality because they heard the flashbang. So they were very well aware, but that CC is still pretty quick and they get taken down. Now Deagle on Alex and kind of lacking some grenades here for the Vitality team. I'm so upset, Henry, that they didn't get that Molotov off at the A fake. Even though they won the round, I still would have loved to have seen what that would have done. Because if you make that fake they had Alex, was it, I think, in Connector at the same time. I actually would just love to see that round being played out again. If MBK doesn't miss the Molotov, it'd be really fun.
That was a shame. That was such a miss of the Molotov as well. It couldn't have gone worse for him, really, could have.
No.
Oh, sort of things nightmares are made of. But, see if they can bring it back. Vitality will have 3 rifles, the ZywOo AWP and Alex on a Deagle.
Love this smoke from Apex. Don't get to see it nearly enough. I think it's going to be blocking off Connector, but from the CT side of it.
Yes.
That's a lot of fun.
Flashbang over, ZywOo pushing the smoke. He wants his first pick, looking towards CT spawn. If Daps faces, he could be in trouble. Gets a little bit of intel there. Just shows a bit of ankle from CT spawn. Ethan with the first kill. It's Apex that goes down. It's all a ruse once again, but Tarek is ready and waiting. He'll get one, but he's the only player towards the B side of the map, so there's still a chance here.
Oh, look at this.
Tarek, also Breezy behind them, yes, you're
and
right.
ZywOo behind Breezy.
He's going towards short, I believe. Oh, this is everything. Breezy can save the day here. I don't think MBK will be expecting this at all. Does a little bit of damage in response, but that's it. 4 on 2. RPK's alone, remember. Oh, it might not matter. What is that?
He's lost his absolute mind, didn't he? RPK ready for more.
This is beautiful stuff. 4 on 2. Looks like it's swinging back in favor of the French. Cirque with the retake of the AWP, and ZywOo, he doesn't miss a beat, and he has to save. This is an absolute steal from Vitality. Beautiful work. RPK with the precision. He holds his own, and he was isolated on the side. Remember, he was waiting for his teammate to rotate all the way around the map, head up towards short. It works out for them, but RPK, if he misses one of those shots, and it's all over. Look at this. One bullet just takes him away. That is just remarkable. 6-4. Still money there for NRG. They're keeping their head above water, but more compromised buys coming through. Cirque did save the AWP. That's why they're going for it. He's capable of carrying rounds by himself.
He even got it through those metal bars. It's hard to see anything at that position, but RPK was absolutely ready for it. 6-4. This, to me, isn't starting to not look good for NRG. They've won some pretty amazing rounds to sort of to even be here.
Well, that's the thing, right? That's why I'm kind of confident in this round. Like, Vitality really can't handle close-range weaponry when they're in an anti-eco stance. It seems like that's where it all falls apart for them. Rounds where it looks like it's locked in. There shouldn't be even a window of opportunity. And they give it up with a couple of overzealous plays.
I like this from Tarek. Like, because he's so far up, it gives them a bit of confidence to stack the A-bomb site. And I think, why not? When you have not the best weaponry, I think it's a pretty good choice. They've given themselves, I think, the best chance to pretty much to win this round by having everybody here. Breezy holding the window, holding close to the ramp. Oh, are they all going to get shot in the back, Henry? It could really happen, couldn't it?
It really could. This is tense. MBK towards the Palace position, spots one. Oh, Breezy's actually got the kill. They haven't taken him down. It's starting to crumble once again. Alex is the player to be dropped first. Cirque will be found in return. CZ does the damage. One bullet will do it. Oh, how's he still alive? MBK finally gets him with the clock. It's such a scrappy round. You can see them struggling again, but they do have a 3-on-2 advantage, and luckily no CT to deny that plant. It's both SMGs for NRG now making their way towards the A ramp. They have no kits, and it looks like they're going to save Anders. They don't have anything for the next round. And finally, Vitality have managed to hold off a scrappy buy. It wasn't clean, it wasn't pretty, but they got it done.
A huge part of it. I mean, first of all, MBK playing very carefully up on that ledge. But also, I think the fact that the other 4 players came out of that connector, and NRG weren't set up for that. They were set up to take a fight at the ramp instead, and they couldn't really have known that. I can't think of a way that they would have been prepared for the other type of push there. So Tarek hoping that someone's going to maybe jump out the window, maybe get a kill here on Apex. He's got to turn around quick, and they're going to shut him down. So nothing is saved. Vitality on 7 rounds. They're really taking some heavy steps right now towards that grand finals. They'd be playing Furia as well. Oh God.
That would be a fantastic game. Whenever Fury are on the server, whatever happens, it's always an absolute barn burner, isn't it? Yeah. It's always so exciting.
They really are. I mean, I feel like they're the team to watch right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Turning some heads. They're kind of changing up the way we expect CSGO to be played in general. Like, if no one else has that sort of play style they have.
I know people talk about Fury and MIBR, but I'd really love that. Like, I know ENCE have had some sort of failures, but I feel like Fury and ENCE at their peak would be a lot of fun to watch. Well, here's Alex cleaning it up with the the MAC-10, and not really going to be able to do it. He gets the one kill, but it's fine. Spots a couple. Ethan in the corner.
It. Why check it in a half-assed way? They'll win the round, but still, if you're going to check it, and let's do it properly, right? Let's make sure we actually have a look. It doesn't matter too much.
What if Ethan had just not done anything?
If he had the CZ there, can you imagine how much damage could have been caused?
Yeah. What if he just waited?
Imagine what is the
10-second ninja defuse.
That could have been it. Like, there was a chance that would work. Imagine you just had a kit. You thought, I'll just buy a kit, whatever happens. You know, maybe there was something.
People don't do that anymore, but they used to. It used to be a thing.
Right. They did used to do that. Well, it's 8-4 on the T side here, and they've given up some disastrous rounds as well. So Vitality have done a really solid job. A lot of rounds coming right down to the wire, but we're going to round 13 here, and we'll have a tactical timeout. We'll have a look at the buy overall from NRG. You can see it in the screens right now. Orbs there for Cirque. In terms of his frags, only 5 kills to Cirque's name. You'd expect a lot more at this stage. We'll get into the closing rounds now, the CD side. That's where Orpa's had their most impact. CT half and Mirage, you expect him to have a field day here, but it seems like Vitality's system is really kind of shutting him out of the game. There we go. We worked out a chant. Bit louder. Bit louder. That's more like it. That's what I want for my crowd. We'll get into round number 13, ladies and gentlemen. Vitality, one map away from finding themselves in the grand final. They're 8-4 up. And we're going to see aggressive push here from NRG. They want to get the first pick here. The Astralis smoke down, but there is a gap there. They want to cross the mid boxes. Alex could find them. No kits. A couple of smokes available on the CT side and some flashbangs. They need to be active here. They cannot sit back in a default setup. That's why they've got positions towards middle. Daps watching underpass, Cirque with the AWP, top of middle. Remember, has not performed there on Mirage as of yet. Still plenty of time as we have a very slow procedure here from Vitality. Bomb way back, close to T-spawn in the B apartments. You can see NRG not wanting to drop any smokes until they absolutely have to.
Really taking it carefully. Daps is back here, does spot it out, but as soon as he falls off that position, Cirque has to go back. He can't stay there unless they have that control, so timing. They did some damage to Apex, and that's not bad, but they couldn't find that top mid kill that they were hoping for. Bomb still on the other side. Can they do this? There's almost no grenades here on NRG, so Tarek in the position that he's in right now, if they bring the bomb to B, he can't really buy any time at all. Cirque is at a crossing. They don't have a lot of smokes either on Vitality. He might have a pretty clear shot here unless they throw a really good flashbang. 30 seconds, Henry. They're setting it up right now. It's going to be Saiwu with a smoke. Let's see if it's going to block off Cirque or not. Absolutely everything rides on this. Flashbangs to follow up. If he's got a clear shot, they're probably going to lose somebody. He's going to push in before they even do that. Right into the flashbang. He gets the flick shot anyway. And now Tarek mid-air doing the damage follow-up as well. Great double kill.
They've got the advantage for now. Remember, no kits on this CT side. Alex towards the kitchen, looking for the clean kill here. It's not clean, but he does get it. Goes to the AWP, both players towards shore. He can find one, doesn't quite have time to find the shop. It's Zaiwu now, and he's been winning clutches all day long. He gets the first kill. It's up against Daps now, who will blink first, and Zaiwu just so precise. It's a clinical 2 versus 1. He looks so calm in every aspect of the game. Amazing play from him, and that's such a crucial round. Not only to get the 9th round on the board, on their T side, it's ruined the money once again with the CTs. Alex did just enough towards the kitchen. He goes down here, the round's over. He did enough, though. He set up Zaiwu, who, unfortunately for NRG, gets 2 separate one-on-ones.
Yeah, I think Alex got the other 3 kills in that one, too, so a triple to begin the round with. I mean, 9-4, putting NRG back on pistols. Like that sound, Henry, in the background. Now they've really figured it out.
Yeah, now we're getting into the swing of things. The British Hope, the last remaining player. He's looking good for the grand final here. CZ's Deagles have been problematic for Vitality. Surely it won't happen again. First headshot comes through. He could be in business for NRG. They're so menacing with these sort of pistols. See if it's going to be enough. Daps will be pushing towards the apartments. There's the first kill again. It's when they slow things right down and go in one by one. That's when they start getting picked off. It might be happening once again here. Ethan with no armor can't really challenge that once again.
You told them already on the last map, on Overpass, and they're still not sure. Daps has managed to sneak all the way. He can't really catch Apex, but this could still be pretty powerful. If you're this far up when the B execute happens, the internal timer on those T players might completely fail when they're fighting in the bomb site. And Tarek is in the corner. Ethan's here, that's CC, setting it up. A good kill. Ethan with the follow-up. And that's Alex now making his way down behind the truck. But what a position for Ethan. He got absolutely knocked out, Alex, and now Apex 1 versus 4, and there's Daps with the flank.
If there's one thing I've learned about this tournament, if you're playing against Vitality, just deagle armor every single round. Like, never buy rifles because they can't handle the deagles. Something changes in their mindset. They try and slow it right down. They try and be as careful as possible, but they're almost too careful. Like, really great shots from NRG, don't get me wrong, but why are there no smokes from Vitality? Why are they not using any utility? If it's going cleanly into B, into the crossfire, like it's disappointing, right? But that could cost them another round here. They'll be the ones with pistols this time. PT50, CZs, and MP7. There is the AWP for ZywOo. That's normally enough to win a round by itself, but I don't think double digits will be happening for Vitality. Either way, it's still a great half. NRG with, what, 2 eco victories so far on the CT side, and they only have 5 rounds, so it kind of backs up what I was just saying. Breezy will find the first. Alex segregated from his team, and Tarek is on for multiple frags here. I don't think he'll be taken down.
No, ZywOo, the Molotov might do a little bit. Gonna force him out, but yeah, well, that was a peak and a half, wasn't it? And it's gonna be the final one here. 9-6 in favor of Vitality. Honestly, a great recovery from NRG, then very important. We're gonna go to halftime break, and we'll be right back with the second half. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing the ECS Premium Pass. The unique viewing experience allows you to get further into the action. It enables you to focus on any player within the game and even the ECS official observer. Subscribers will have access to interactive HUD, detailed statistics on all players and an improved minimap, and much more. All Faceit TV Twitch subscribers will receive full access to 11 additional streams for the ultimate CS viewing experience. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now for only $4.99 and watch CS the way you want to.
Would you rather stay? I watch you be and slowly walk away. I would rather leave. I'll take your heart and wipe it off your sleeve.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Second half coming up, second map, the final semi-finals here at ECS 7. It's been really crazy. This is the map that NRG picked, and they're down 3 rounds, and that was on the favorite side of the map as well, Henry. I can't really believe it. It looks like we're about to have a British player in the grand finals.
Would you believe it? Well, I feel like they've got to get there first. It's not by any means been a perfect game for Vitality. Lots of mistakes, lots of rounds given away they should have had. But can they pick up the pistol? There's 5 players towards the B side of the map. NRG focusing here. They've got a flashbang in. RPK to defend. He needs to find at least one here. Nothing found. But ZywOo, he's on the scene. And he'll be getting at least one in return. The plant will come through. They have got a kid on the CT side. That's on the back pocket of NBK. And you can see NRG turtling up. They don't want to give any opportunities here, but Alex has found one.
Great shot. Still looking for more. Pushing in towards the bench. If they win this round, that would be everything. But he's going to be shut down there. A little bit of a dirty peek coming out from Tarek, and Daps will follow it up in NRG. That bomb's still ticking. They've got Daps up in the hallways. He's not sure if they're defusing yet, so I think he's a little bit panicked about that one. And ZywOo will drop him. They have the kit as well. I don't think Daps knew if they were defusing or not, and I think that's why he sort of had to panic a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't have a position to even look at the bomb. It was quite deep towards the B apartments. He really had to commit to it. A player on the van. It was looking fantastic for NRG there. They get the opening kill, a quick plant as well, and ZywOo, he gets the shot that enables him to have a little bit more time. Alex as well, the spam towards the bomb site. They got boosted up there. What? And Apex, we didn't quite catch that. That was beautiful from him. ZywOo with a clean finish, and it's going to be 10-6. But this Force Buy has had so much success over the course of this tournament. 3 rifles coming out. It's incredibly difficult to hold it off.
It absolutely can be. I mean, that AK-47, that Krieg, we know how much it can do, so definitely want to hold your breath. A couple of players here on the NRG side without any body armor. That's Cirque and Daps, so they could be easy pickings, but they could also just be a bit of a distraction. We'll see. ZywOo, Tarek, no flashbang to set it up. He turns around. That's a beautiful double kill. Apex will follow it up, and that is a completely beautiful crunch there in the middle.
Yeah, Vitality shutting it down. Daps, the only player with a P250. He's got no armor. That's pretty much his chances eradicated. He'll have to see if he can maybe get a rifle, save that. That's about as good as it gets for him.
It was almost exactly the same setup that they themselves were trying to run on the other side, except the flashbang was missing. And then you see what happens to ZywOo. He takes the first fight. He knows no one's going to shoot him in the back. He's got backup from window. Then he turns around to follow it up. But that flashbang is just the difference in that position.
Absolutely agree. It has to be the full eco now for NRG. That was their chance to.
In fact, Henry,
go on.
We could have back-to-back replays of those 2 rounds, and we could really learn something.
We could. We haven't had enough replays, have we?
But we're still owed a replay from yesterday on Nuke. I still don't know where that's. How did it bounce,
It's
Henry?
still rendering.
A lot of questions. It's sort of becoming like a JFK type situation. I just want all the video footage here.
They're going to rush the apartments with a couple of flashbangs. The flash attack, it's breezy to set them up. The objective here, just get the plant in. NBK just have USP, but that's fine. They haven't got armor. He's taking the aggro away, and it's ZywOo. He's finding so many frags in this series. He's just off the charts right now. In round 18, he has 21 kills and 9 deaths. Another amazing performance from him.
Yeah, Jesus. What do you do about that? I mean, you just know it's going to happen as well. He is such a phenomenal player. 12-6. Doubling the round score of NRG. Winning some massive rounds. That pistol in the second half. Right now, this Cirque taking down Alex. That was a very quick shot. It's almost like he just pre-fired that.
Yeah, great stuff. Cirque down but not out. We'll see now. A 5-on-4 advantage NRG. Slowing things right down. A pick like that, you don't need to commit. Don't need to drop your utility, see what the reaction is. You saw Tarek in the first half. As soon as they lose the pick, they were pushing towards despawn. They're trying to reclaim territory on the map. None of that from Vitality just yet. Oh, Tarek's in trouble, down to 7 HP. Does the grenade find him? Not quite, he gets out of there. CT's being very active right now. Cirque looking towards that connector. There's a chance, but that might be thwarted now.
Well, look at the ramp push. Ethan and Daps, they've got the bomb. There's nobody here defending. Cirque's going to be going down to NBK. That's such an important kill, because now they can at least refocus the bomb side. They don't have to fight middle anymore, otherwise that would have been a huge problem.
Wow.
And NBK, hero play coming out here with the UMP.
Oh, the nade.
Oh,
He's
and he
got
gets
another.
one more kill. The triple, and now he's looking for Daps. He's got the target, and NBK cleaning all of them up with just a UMP.
cool as you like. The UMP, he got a bit of fortune in his way. They were pulling out grenades every time he peeked, but close range. He could have gone down really early there. It was a lovely boost, and I would open things up. But look at this, MBK with the SMG gets 4 in total. He farms a massive amount of cash. Oh, that shot was just absolutely insane. Takes down Daps in the end, and we're getting closer and closer to GG here. 13-6 has to be what I can assume is going to be a B execution here. Smokes towards the pillars, and they're going to flash over and see what can be done. Big grenade from RPK. It's going to do so much damage. They'll have to run through the smoke here. Apex gets his vision back, and one by one they start to pour through, but it looks like a trade is available to them. RPK needs a kill. Not going to happen. The MAC-10, close range, is chewing through his opposition. Alex will try and deny the plant. It's a desperate attempt with the HE. In he goes with the rifle, but it's too much. ZywOo is alive, and you know what that means. Anything can happen. He's just good for one. NBK has to find 3. NRG will keep themselves alive here, Anders.
I can't actually believe they won that round.
Again.
I think Breezy literally jumped over that deagle shot from ZywOo.
Yeah.
Because he would have been dead in one shot, so anything can happen. Crazy scenes. I mean, you sort of said it. They had to run through the HE, jump out through the smoke. Like they had to just make their way through all those obstacles. And there was a really quick defense there. Alex was there right on time. It looked like they should probably have lost that round, it feels like, but they didn't. Now it's 7-13. That's a huge one for NRG.
Flashbangs are on point. Apex, normally good for 2 in that sort of position, but it's the MAC-10, as you said yesterday, like the amount of money that gun costs, right? Like it's around $1,200, and it's like, you can get that and run into a bomb set about running gun potential, like pound for pound, it's one of the strongest guns in the game, right? Like it's insane the damage you can have if you operate with it correctly. But still, they haven't broken the money down just yet. There's still going to be a strong purchase here from Vitality as the A execution will come in from NRG. They're going to drop smokes towards the jungle, the steps area, maybe CT spawn, Molotov shadow, flash over and see if MBK has got anything to say about it. He's got a Molotov on his feet as well. That could be problematic. We'll have to go back towards CT spawn. And this is actually quite interesting. NRG going for a bit of a double pump here, trying to avoid the utility. Great grenade. It's done a ton of damage as they make their final commitment now.
They grenaded the boost, and that's devastating. But Alex is still going to find the kill somehow. Not surprised by Tarek running through Breezy here at the back line, looking for it, but he's going to get shot down. That's Apex to pick it up, and ZywOo will chime in, and the defense looks like it's holding. It's only Daps left, and Apex will take him down. That is so good. In spite of all the damage, all the grenades, that whole execute was looking great for NRG, but
I like the
14-7.
Yeah, just as soon as Tarek tried to commit with the smoke push, the flashbang hit him right in the face. You can see him there. He's blind as you like. So Alex gets a free kill. Apex starts to look very sharp with the AUG, and ZywOo is just having the series from hell for NRG. He's just hitting absolutely everything. Luckily, they won a partial buy before in a clean manner with lots of MAC-10 kills. So NRG still have cash available to them, including a CERC, AWP, all the grenades, rifles there as well. So sure, it's a scary scoreline, but they are by no means out of this.
No, they need to continue to fight right now. I mean, there's a little thing that works, maybe could be working out for them. It's the money on Vitality that's not really looking great. So a chance for NRG if they can roll some rounds here to force a couple of ecos, maybe get up to 10, and then they need to really start to take it seriously again. It's such a long road back. Tarek did see that jump. Alex up in the window, not going to be re-peeking it looks like. And looks like an attempt at mid-control. There's a smoke out the window. Doesn't look like anybody's, and actually they re-smoke it, so we'll see what happens now. Alex just falling back around the corner here as they peek, but some mid-control now for the NRG team. NBK somehow picks up that kill against Tarek, and now pushing in. Ethan's going to be going down. Apex, good for 2 kills.
Yeah, very good for 2 kills. That might be enough. Breezy's not going to check the corner. RPK will find the bomb. It's CERC now. Has to jump out the AWP. He's only going to hit one of these. He got RPK. But with no bomb plant here, yes, they have maximum loss bonus, but it's 15-7. Series point for Vitality on the pick of NRG. They've won, remember, like 3 rounds. 2 of them with pistols only. Yes. 1 partial buy with MAC-10s. they have not really had many gun rounds to speak of at all on their map pick. Vitality are so tenacious, they have not blinked in the face of adversity. When they are challenged with those pistols, a lot of teams start crumbling and start bickering. Vitality have held their nerve throughout this series, even though they've made some disastrous calls in some of those anti-eco plays.
It's really absolutely amazing to watch. So a little bit of a stop has been called to the match here. Just need to fix an issue and then we'll be right back in it. Honestly, I'm so impressed. Vitality looking amazing here on map number 2. It's like they took all of that struggle and sort of the high from winning that first map and just carried it on into map number 2. Yeah. And NRG, they just got such a slap in the face at the beginning of the second map, didn't they?
Absolutely true. Just to know this is a technical timeout. I think one of the NRG players has got an issue. I think Ethan has dropped out, and they're going to need him for this last round. They've got about 4K, like I guess on average. It's Tarek and Daps with 3,400 each. Breezy 5,000, Cirque 4K. So they've got enough for like 3 rifles at the top end. We're going to match medic now and potentially be into the final round here. 15-7. NRG will need 8 clean rounds in a row just to take us to overtime. This is going to be a very difficult task.
I just have no idea how they're meant to do that. There's so little right now that we're seeing in the game for NRG to actually be picking up 8 in a row. We've seen some really great shots coming out of some of these NRG players, but I feel like right now they have to struggle and give it a lot just to get the mid control. I mean, it feels like everything is a bit of a battle for them. 2 Mac 10s, good for fast plays, we've discovered. The chance there, Henry.
Well, they're feeling it now. It feels like it's a done deal. But that B bomb site's been so vulnerable to these Mac 10s. There's 3 CTs. I love this from Apex.
Wow.
That should be enough to fend them off, Anders.
It absolutely should. Here's RPK, Saibu as well, and Apex to get that one. They're running right into a massive stack. Oh! How on earth does he do it? It's Cirque and Tarek to somehow beat that defense. Now NBK with a grenade. It doesn't do enough, but he can't really find that kill. The bomb is going to be planted here. NBK, can he steal all of their hopes and dreams? He's crouched in. He gets the one. He flies for the follow-up spray, and Circus on the other side. And there it is! NBK! We've got Vitality in the grand finals. Alex in the grand finals in front of the home crowd. I can't even remember the last time that's happened.
It's been such a journey for this Vitality squad. They started the beginning of the year as nobodies, and that was a humbling experience. You've got some absolute legends within this squad. No one believed in them. No one thought they could do much with this lineup, but they've evolved. They've got better and better. They've gone back to the basics here. They managed to pick up a trophy at BTS. They looked shaky at Dallas. It looked like that was just a flash in the pan, but now another grand finals placement for them, and a massive tournament with huge names here, Anders. This team means business, and one to look out for in 2019. It's going to be a great, great final tomorrow.
Yes, it absolutely will be. You could really see the fire and the passion there on the Vitality players throughout this game. It was amazing.
What a game.
It was enjoyable to watch. You see Alex every single time they got one of those rounds. He was fired up. He was so ready for it. This was a real joy. I
really enjoyed that. What a great series. Sure, we didn't get the 3 maps there, but what an absolute epic affair the 2 were. Zywoo, for me, has to be the MVP. What an unbelievable performance he had. I've been kind of saying I want to see him do it on the big stage. Yeah, I've heard all the hype. I've seen it all, and I've seen him play at some smaller events in a massive way, but this was something else. This guy's the real deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I really can't believe what we saw. I'm so happy. We've got Sue down on the main stage with Alex, of course.
Thank you very much, guys. Congratulations, Alex. Not only is this your 2nd grand finals in this past month, you get to do so in front of your home crowd. What a phenomenal feeling.
Yeah, it's amazing. I couldn't have imagined this amount of support from them. And yeah, I hope that everyone turns up tomorrow and it will be the same.
There's no doubt this crowd has been absolutely amazing. But for now, I want to touch briefly on Overpass. It wasn't such a great start for you guys, especially on that CT half. What went wrong there, and how were you guys able to bring it back in the second half?
I think we just start slow generally anyway. If you look at all our matches, we tend to start like 0-5 and stuff. So just went as usual, I guess. And then, yeah, we know our T-side's good. We knew how they would play, and we managed to adapt, and yeah.
Looking forward to tomorrow. You're going to be facing Furia in the grand finals. You faced them last week in Dallas. Back then, they were the ones to eliminate you in the quarterfinals. It was a 2-0 loss. Tomorrow, can we see revenge?
Look, we're in England. It's coming home.
England, we're coming home, he says. Any last words for all of these amazing fans?
Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
With that being said, is Vitality and Furia secured for tomorrow's grand finals? We're going to be right back, guys. Stay tuned.
Introducing the ECS Premium Pass. The unique viewing experience allows you to get further into the action. It enables you to focus on any player within the game and even the ECS official observer. Subscribers will have access to interactive HUD, detailed statistics on all players, and an improved minimap, and much more. All Faceit TV Twitch subscribers will receive full access to 11 additional streams for the ultimate CS viewing experience. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now for only $4.99 and watch CS the way you want to.
Bring it all back to you. 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 Bring it all back to you.
An incredible performance from the Frenchmen to secure their spots in the grand finals against Furia tomorrow, doing it in spectacular fashion, taking down NRG 2-0. What a spectacular game to be ending our day on, Jacob.
I mean, Saivu, right? What a player. We talked about him before the game being this new prospect, being this new potential superstar, if he not already is. He can challenge a Simple, he can challenge a Nico, and I think this game is a great example of how good he can be and how instrumental he can be. He was the reason they were able to make that comeback on the first map on Overpass, doing that 6-5K. He was the reason that this game never was in doubt. Vitality were by far the best team in this one.
Yeah, there's no real doubt once you step over to Mirage. They were just Well, ahead, pretty much. Alex mentioned in the interview, they're usually the kind of team that starts off with an 0-5 start, pretty much. Just constantly have to dig their way back into a game. This time on Mirage, winning both pistols, never worry in the world. And once they get into a little bit of a sticky situation, you both had 1v2 clutches from Apex and ZywOo. So at that point, everything's just going the way of Vitality, and they showcase why they're a quality team.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, that second half, they only dropped one round at the T side of NRG. It was all about Vitality in that map.
It really was, and I think it's, again, partly due to the credit of Vitality, but also, there's a bit of an issue of player performances on this side of NRG. We highlighted Ethan before going into this. He had a fairly quiet series altogether. Cirque didn't quite manage to maintain the level he had on Overpass going into Mirage. So overall, it falls a little bit flat when you see so many of the French players actually stepping up to the task.
And this is exactly how dangerous Vitality gets when ZywOo is playing up to this level. It's like with Na'Vi, even though that Na'Vi have bad periods where they don't play well, if you have a simple on your team, you can always win games against teams that are not Astralis, teams that are not Liquid, teams that not are as well-rounded as the best in the world. NRG right now, they're not looking too solid. I think they're struggling a lot with the roles, the identity within the team. So the fact that Vitality is able to win this 1-2-0 in such a convincing fashion is a statement. We talk about Vitality maybe being ranked a little bit too high considering they're 4th in the world right now. I think this is a big statement. Tomorrow, a final against Furia. It's going to be interesting.
Well, and all these lovely highlights brought to you by NVIDIA, of course. Well, of course, we have been talking about ZywOo, and he really was the star of that show. But, I mean, there's been one star in this crowd, and it's been Alex, right? Sure. Everybody has loved him.
It's been good fun to hear. And, I mean, we're sitting in a green room that's somewhat, away from I guess, the stage area and where the crowd gets rowdy. But Alex has definitely been a fan favorite. We can hear the cheers 24/7 inside that green room, which adds to the atmosphere. It's good fun. And I think the players, I mean, yeah, they're wearing sound-canceling headsets or noise-canceling headsets and that kind of stuff. But I'm pretty sure some of those chants are going through a little bit there because they're getting really loud.
And he was deserving, right? He was playing some solid Counter-Strike. It was not like he was a fan favorite just because he was here. He was playing some very fundamental, strong Counter-Strike. I think Alice is making a great case for himself, not only as a player, but also, as a leader for this Vitality team. We talked about them having a shared role with MBK being this in-game leader. They're sort of like dealing the responsibility between them. But I think Alex is the main guy, and I think he's been playing hearts out, not only this tournament, but also at Beyond the Summit, where they end up winning the entire thing. If he can consistently play at this level, UK may have a new, guy to root for, not only at a tournament once in a year or once in a while, but maybe at every single tournament that he decides to attend.
And it's such a big thing, right? Because all of a sudden you boost him up into the tier of the other in-game leaders that can actually frag as well as leading the team to, strategically well. I mean, you talk about Glaive, you talk about guys like Nitro, and every other in-game leader is kind of up and down in their individual performance. Alex, for I'd say the last 2 months or so, has actually just been on an upward trend. So this is extremely promising for Vitality because, again, as you said after the first map, they're looking like a fundamentally sound team now, unlike what they've done in the past.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've spoken about him a lot, but of course, ZywOo is going to be our HyperX X factor of the match. And I think you guys know exactly what this one is going to be. It was absolutely phenomenal. The beautiful ace that we saw.
Can talk about how well played it is, but also, the situation that he's putting his team in right here. They're down 3-1. They were supposed to lose this round. That's 4-1 for NRG. Vitality being forced into an eco situation. That's potentially 5-1 for NRG right there. But ZywOo wants it differently. Amazing play, once again showcasing why he has that star material. I said it before we went into the game. I expect ZywOo to do something ridiculously crazy, and he did.
Yeah, and it's good to see as well leading into a grand finals, because leading up to this point, for ZywOo's standard, which is obviously ridiculously high, he hasn't been delivering, or he hasn't had that kind of a game. And you get into Overpass, I think he gets 36 kills over the course of the game. Obviously follows it up on Mirage with an excellent performance there as well. That's what you need out of him when you're going into a grand finals versus a Fury team that's just red hot.
He just posted a plus 100 ADR over the course of 2 maps in a semi-final against a team that you'd say that is equally good equally good to Vitality. That's a statement in itself.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just want to pick up on something Maniac was actually saying on the desk yesterday. We were talking about Apex. He was being the hype man. He was being incredibly loud. We've seen Alex doing the same thing, and Maniac was like, we need somebody, well, Apex said that they needed somebody like that in the team to take some of the strain off Apex of actually hyping up the team, right? And it seems to be working.
Yeah, the guy needs to rest his vocal cords, right? I think, yesterday was a pretty rough day in that sense. Need a day of rest, come back stronger in the grand finals for some more shouting. But yeah, it's good to see. And I think that kind of, I guess, just mood within the team is very infectious as well. Because, Freya, you've had the pleasure of interviewing ZywOo fairly early on in his career. And it's not the most vocal guy or not the most eccentric person you get run into. But you see it after his ace right there, up with his arms in the air, shouting, screaming, just joining in on that hype that's surrounding the team. And that's an excellent sign.
If I do have to be a killjoy here, and if I do have to play devil's advocate, it can be a negative thing as well. If you get into a game tomorrow against Furia, who is playing aggressive Counter-Strike, who's playing fast Counter-Strike, and you focus too much of your energy on yelling, shouting, and you also did see Alex, rage a few times in this game where he wasn't happy with what turned out, it can also be an effect, for the teammates looking around him. NBK is not necessarily a guy you see, showing emotions. Same for ZywOo, as you said. So there's a balance to be obtained, and that's another, learning curve that this Vitality team is on right now, and that's why I think they're so exciting, because there's so many prospects around them, right? Are they really a top 5 team in the world? Is this cemented by now, or do we have to wait for tomorrow to see? It's a big question.
Well, and we've got so much good stuff going on tomorrow. Obviously, we have the grand final, right? They're going up against Furia, a team that has looked so incredible over the course of not just this tournament, but other tournaments too. And I cannot wait to be getting into tomorrow's matchup, obviously starting at 4 p.m. BST. But I think that's a series that potentially could go all the way, right?
Oh, absolutely. And if you're thinking about the map pools, again, they line up pretty nicely for each other in terms of just seeing a good game overall, even if we were to just only go 2 maps. And also for Vitality coming into this with a lot of, I guess wishes for revenge. They pretty much, Furia ended their dreams of success at Dallas. Now there gets a chance just a week later to right their wrongs in that sense. And I think we're going to see a different Vitality than what we saw in Dallas.
It's a step up for Furia as well. Right now they're in a grand final at a tier 1 event, if we can call ECS that. I think that's fair to say. We had Astralis, we had MIBR, we had a great lineup of teams here. Now, Furia was in the final of the DreamHack Open Rio, I believe, a smaller tournament circuit where sort of new talents get to shine. They lost their one, and they were very affected by that. They didn't seem happy afterwards, and they were saying in interviews, that they should have won that, and there was a sign of them not being experienced enough. So that could be a factor coming in tomorrow, that Furia have tried it once, they have been disappointed once, so now hopefully they know what it takes to play well in a grand final.
And I think that's what's so exciting about this grand final tomorrow, is it's 2 teams that kind of keep on needing to be building up that experience, right? They haven't had many finals on LAN yet, and that's why I'm so excited to see them both taking to the stage and going head-to-head. I think it's going to be a great
And it's
series.
a very unexpected final, right? Vitality. If anyone would have told me that Vitality would face Furia in the final of the ECS Season 7, I would have said, go home. Yeah. Because it's not supposed to happen. MIBR was here. Astralis were here. I would even argue that North were bigger favorites going into a final.
NRG is a good call as well.
NRG for that as well. But they all, let's be honest, they all suck a little bit right now. They're not playing the best Counter-Strike that they could. So it's only fair, and I think we have the 2 best playing teams in the final, and that's always nice when it's like that.
Yeah, usually leads to pretty good grand finals. And I think it's super exciting as well, because you were alluding to experience. The fact that, on the side of entirety of Furia, it's an experience galore, but also on the side of the carrying factors of Vitality as well. ZywOo doesn't have a lot of grand finals experience. No. Alex, in-game leader, also, is playing exceptionally well so far this tournament. Very little experience, LELC didn't make a ton of grand finals, on an international level. So it's going to be a ton of fun to see how the various players actually deal with that kind of pressure.
Well, I am super excited to be getting into that. Of course, we are back tomorrow for our show match and our grand final. We're having a UK team versus the rest of our team, which I think is going to be, the crowd are obviously going to be heavily favoriting at Team UK. But of course, that is not all the Counter-Strike action you're going to be getting from us tonight. We have our after show presented on Caffeine, hosted by the wonderful Parla, and you can head over there now to check it out. Make sure you head over to caffeine.com/faceit, and we'll be giving away a very special signed PC. All you have to do is be watching in Caffeine and interacting in chat. Maybe ask some of the lovely guests on stage some questions, add some nice comments in there, and you might be in with a chance of winning that. But I think all that is left to say, gentlemen, is thank you so much for joining me up here. We're going to be back for our grand final tomorrow, and I cannot wait. Make sure you are tuned in then. Good night.